Hi, Ethan. Vince left, was blindsided, but I also was blindsided, and that was a lot to take in. I've only played this game with Vince, so it felt like I definitely had like a security blanket taken from me, which was rough.
So that last tribal was definitely pretty divisive, but for me, it went exactly as I had planned.
Last tribal was fun. Got Vin's out. And blindsided a whole lot of people.
Very happy that Vin's went. I'm glad that that plan worked out. I still feel good with Robbie.
It's funny though, it does, after that vote, I think it opened up the game for everyone. Every single person has come and reached out to me, which I was shocked. I thought I was going to be public enemy number one, but Joseph reached out, Rachel and I have made amends. Like I said, Cath and I are talking, Lenna and I stay talking, Richie and I stay talking, and Meg is trying to use me to turn on either Richie or Cath tonight.
I want Cath on, by the way. Cath or Richie, but I'm deciding to wait on Richie until next week.
I've been hearing my name, unsurprisingly, from Meg. Like, for those of you who have been following me, like, this was gonna happen at some point.
Richie, I don't know. I'm deciding to trust him this week, but I feel like he will flip on me the second he is given the chance to do so.
So the whole thing with Meg, where it's like, LOL, if only they knew our whole rivalry is fake. But now I'm like, I kind of want you out though. So hopefully she gets out tonight.
Seems like we're gonna go between Rachel and Meg, but let's just be clear, that's what was supposed to happen last time, and we got buffaloed.
Justin was really upset with me after the last vote for not keeping him in the loop, but also he didn't vote the way that he said he was gonna vote either, so I don't know, it feels like there's kind of a double standard there.
Meg just irks me, but we're gonna let her think she's running the show.
Joseph also seems to want Cath gone because Cath voted for him last time, but then today he was saying to me that he doesn't know if he can trust me.
Everyone's been very messy, and especially the ones that feel like they're in danger, like Meg. It's been deliberately messy. I don't trust her.
I've been honest, except for about voting for Vince, which I get is a big thing, but also I didn't vote for Joseph. And there are 3 people here who did vote for Joseph. So I would assume that if Joseph was going to go after anyone, he should go for those people that voted for him.
So I don't care who goes this round. Really. What's important for me for this vote is finding out who's telling the truth and who's lying. And that will set me up for the rest of Merge, hopefully.
Right now, the plan is me, Joseph, Richie are voting Meg, and Cath, Justin, Robbie are voting for Rachel. And we think Rachel's voting for Meg, but we're not sure.
Both Joseph and Lenna told me today that they, in particular, as well as their perception of other people, is that they think that Meg and I are really close, when in reality I haven't been planning on working with Meg post-merge.
Quite frankly, I think that Meg, Rachel, other players are playing a lot harder than I am right now.
Yeah, I think my trust with Rachel is definitely dipped, but she's being sneaky, and I don't want to entertain sneaky.
That was kind of a pre-merge thing. I think people are just assuming that it's still happening, which makes a lot more sense why people have been a little more hesitant to talk to me if Meg is not someone they want to keep around. They don't want me to run to Meg and tell them that, people are voting for them.
So I don't know what's going to happen. I really do think we need Meg to go. She's the last winner standing, so I think it just serves her right that she needs to go. If she makes it to the end, she deserves to win again. That's all. So I'm down to get her out.
I think the vote today is too simple. Everyone is telling me that they're voting for Meg. But again, if their perception is that I'm close with Meg, why would they admit to me that they're voting for Meg?
If not Meg, it seems like it's going to be Rachel, but Rachel's an ally of mine. Rachel literally told me, she's I feel like you're my closest ally. And I believe her, because I don't think anyone else trusts her to tell her anything. So hopefully Rachel doesn't go tonight, because I think she'd be a number for me.
I worry that this perception has gone so far as to make everyone or a group of people vote for me today. So again, the question becomes, do I play my idol? I guess we'll see. We'll see who wins the challenge. I hope I won the challenge. That'd be great. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
I have a plan with a couple of people to either get Meg or Rachel out tonight. I'm hoping it goes off without a hitch. I said that last time, and that didn't fucking work.
And I'm also slowly becoming more and more aware that Lenna is a huge threat who I would like to take out. if I get the chance. Tonight, I might get the chance. I might conspire with my girl, Rachel, to get her out, but it's hard. It's going to be a game time decision.
So I'm definitely like all my organs are resting gently above my asshole, hoping I don't cough because then it'll just be a shit show. But we do have some backup plans in case Meg and Rachel win immunity or there's an idol play, and maybe Chaos Cath might be coming back to Tribal tonight. Well, we will see. We will see. But I'm just hoping. I'm hoping they will keep me. Literally, after Meg is gone, y'all can take me out in the back and shoot me like Old Yeller. I'm okay with that. I refuse to go out before Meg. And that's on that.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Challenge Arena in the Zoom Survivor competition, Final 8. So a little bit of background on this challenge. I love animals. In fact, I just built my jumping spider a new enclosure today. If y'all want to see, it's invisible. How cool is this? Oh, it's the wrong side.
Aww.
He's up on the wall. I don't think you can see him. Anyway, his name is Charles. And then with my real animals, I also have too many stuffed animals. And for today's challenge, I'm going to show you my stuffed animals in a certain sequence. And then I'm going to ask you to recite the sequence or maybe a different kind of question about the animals I showed you. And it's all going to be based on your memory. First things first, I need everybody's hands on screen shown so I know you're not writing things down. If you are correct, you stay to the next round. If you are incorrect, you are out of the challenge. Do we have any questions thus far?
Are you trying to kill us?
Yes. Yes. Please remember to privately message me on Discord. I will give you as much time as you like to answer afterwards. But if you take too long, I might just call you out on the fact that you just don't know the answer. Okay. All right. Round 1. Ding, ding. Animal number 1. Octopus. Sloth. Walrus. Shark. That is the end of round 1. What was the first animal that I showed you? And we all got it correct. The correct answer is octopus. Nice job, y'all. Great work. Round 2. Walrus. Bunny. Otter. Dog. Dinosaur. That is round 2. Please privately message me. What was the third animal that I showed? The third, number 3 animal that I showed. Right. Everybody except for Justin and Lenna got this one correct. The correct answer was otter, not bunny, but otter. Justin and Lenna are out of this challenge. Let's see who else can make it further and who won't. Round 3. Round 3. Sloth. Shark. Dog. Ghost. Dinosaur. Walrus. Otter. And that is the end of round 3. What was the 6th animal that I showed? Animal number 6. Everybody except for Cath got this one correct. The correct answer is walrus. Okay, round 4. Ghost. Dog. Otter. Octopus. Bunny. Bunny. Walrus. Sloth. Shark. And finally, dinosaur. What was the second animal that I showed? Animal number 2. I don't know how you're doing it. You all got that right. The correct answer is dog. Nice job, y'all. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Round 5. Dinosaur. Sloth. Bunny. Sloth. Dinosaur. Dog. Otter. Shark. Otter. Ghost. Dino. Walrus. Dino. Bunny. Dino. Question is, how many dinos were there? How many dinos? Dinosaurs, that is. All right. Meg and Robbie got that one right. The correct answer is 5. All right. It's down to 2 left in this challenge. All right, Robbie and Meg. Good luck to you both. Question for y'all. I don't even have to show. How many different stuffed animals have I shown you? I mean, different animals. One of them is plastic. But how many different animals were there? Meg versus Robbie, a hero versus a villain, a winner versus a finalist. I was going to say I'll give this to whoever is closest, but you both sent me the same number, and it's incorrect. The answer is 9. You said 8. How many of them are red? Correct. It was 1. Both of you are correct. How many of them have fur? Y'all are right on it. You're both saying the same answers, and your answer was 5. Correct for both of you. All right. Let's do one more round. If you both pass this round, double immunity. We're going to do a list. Animal number 1. Octopus. Otter. Walrus. Bunny. Ghost. Dog. Ghost. Dog. Dog. All right. What was the 8th animal? Number 8. Animal number 8. And just like that, Meg and Robbie win individual immunity for Tribal Council tonight. Congratulations, both Meg and Robbie. You both stood fantastically against each other on this challenge. Congratulations on winning immunity, each of you.
That was so impressive, everyone.
Wow.
I
Oh my
did
God.
so horribly last year on the memory challenge. I cannot even tell you, so I'm like really shocked.
I just won immunity and I really wanted it. But of course, the one person that I didn't want to win it also won with me. We have dual immunity.
If I had to pick anyone to have a joint immunity with, I'm glad it's him because he is really the only person that I trust right now.
Meg was a fearless competitor. I don't even know what to think. Now it comes down to making a huge decision. Do I go with Meg and vote Cath out?
I'm voting Cath out. I think that I have the numbers for it, but I think it's going to be me, Robbie, Richie, and Justin on Cath.
Truthfully, I think the best case right now would be to get Rachel out for my game, but I'm trying to, balance what Lenna wants too, because she has been pretty loyal.
That was a humbling experience. Power to Meg and Robbie. That was really impressive to watch. That sucks for me. I really wanted to get Meg out this round.
Meg was not supposed to win immunity, so that is so fun. I didn't even know it is pandemonium because we were gonna split Rachel Meg.
It's crazy, but it's also fun at the same time. Everyone is just absolutely scrambling, but thankfully I have not heard my name, which is great.
So I am a hot mess, but I feel like Rachel and Meg are like kind of popping off. And I feel like this is a big ruse or like big strategy to get everybody on Rachel. And I'm afraid that Meg is going to play an idol and Rachel will stay.
I think I'm going to play my idol. I think there may be enough votes for Cath, but I also think there's going to be some votes for me.
Lenna and Cath aren't even responding to my messages on Discord, so this is like very confusing and there's so much going on, but I am very, very, very glad that I am safe, and I just hope that my numbers actually say that they are voting. Actually vote where they are where I can't speak.
The person I want to go out would probably be Lenna. Will that happen? Probably not. I don't even know what I want to happen. What I wanted to happen was for Meg to go. Cath could go out. She did say to me earlier today, if you let Meg get farther than me in this game, I will be so upset. And you can stab me in the back once Meg is gone. Justin's name is also out there, but I feel like it's going to end up being Rachel that goes, which breaks my heart because I like her. But that's the game. That's the game.
And now it feels like we're all going for Rachel, but there needs to be another person. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
So I don't know. All I know is I'm safe and I live to see another day. If I do vote Justin, regardless at any point in this game, if I put him on the jury, he's not going to vote for me to win. He's going to be the most bitter jury we ever had. So I would love Justin to go at some point, but I don't want to be a part of it. So that's what I'm working on doing right now. But I'm safe. I'm safe. We're making it to the end. We're making it to the end.
Right now, I'm just weighing what's going to be the worst for me moving forward, right? Do I vote Cath and continue my allegiance with Meg? Or do I say, fuck it, pardon the French, and sever ties with Meg and vote someone else out?
I don't know. I don't have the brain power to flip some crazy move right now. Dude, what do I do? What do I do? Should I try and get Lenna out? Should I just do it? Try to get Lenna out? Maybe I'll go try to get Lenna out. Alright.
All right, everybody. All right. Welcome back to Tribal Council. And please also welcome Vince. Tuning in from Six Flags. Couldn't get him to do it from a roller coaster. I guess I don't pay you enough. Okay, all right. Well, let's just get started with the Tribal Council right away. First things first, congratulations, Robbie and Meg, for winning immunity, individual immunity. Robbie, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. It definitely was kind of a chaotic tribal last time, so the fallout of that definitely had me worried. So I feel like I did need this, especially with 8 left in the game.
For sure. Meg, do you feel similarly, like you're very relieved to have this immunity today?
Yeah, extremely relieved. I know for a fact that my name has been said for this round, so I am really, really glad to be immune because I was very worried that I was going to go home this tribal if I didn't have immunity.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting you say that because you said the same thing last time and you didn't get any votes, or at least you got 1 vote.
But I got 1 vote last time.
Yeah. What is it about this round that you're like, I for sure was going to be the target, even though last round you thought so too?
Because multiple people told me that they had heard my name. So that either means that is happening and I have enough people that are being honest with me that I can work with, or people are trying to mess with me and make me feel like I'm going home, which either way does not feel great.
Certainly. Cath, I will never forget your face at the end of last tribal. How do you feel this tribal? Do you think people are being a little bit more honest?
It's definitely led me to think about honesty and transparency in a different way, in a different light. I think one of the things that I was left with in the last tribal council was, Justin and Joseph talking about being new players and feeling like at a disadvantage and not really having background about certain players. And I just think it's really ironic that, Meg comes in here and is like, oh, I've heard my name, when really it's like, you and Rachel are in fucking cahoots and telling everybody different names. So, I might as well go off on that because Justin and Joseph, I feel like it's a disadvantage if you really don't know this. And since day 1, Meg has wanted me out because Robbie, Lenna, and I blindsided her on Apocalypse. And the thing is, what's really funny to me is Meg reaches out after the season airs and goes, I'm really mad that you blindsided me. And I was like, you know what, Meg? It's nothing against you. You are just a threat. You're a social threat. And let's fast forward a little bit to Blood versus Water. Who was the winner of that? That was Meg, actually. And I'm curious if it was a bitter jury that she won and Richie and his brother didn't win, but that's on a separate topic. So let's talk about Meg and Rachel and all the bullshit that they're causing right now. I know Meg is protected, but I'm very curious if there might be like an idol in either of their pockets, because they're tossing Rachel's name out and then Rachel's tossing Meg's name out. And they're like, oh, Cath, do you have any thoughts on tonight's vote? It's like, you think I'm going to work with you because you've been tossing my name out all fucking week? Like, I may not be immune, but I'm not fucking dumb. So let's crack that open, shall we, people? Let's cut to the chase.
Can I retort to that?
No, I prefer you don't, but I guess you can.
Okay,
Meg,
Ethan,
Meg,
can
please.
I?
Meg, please.
Yeah. So I have a couple of things to say to that actually. Rachel and I literally didn't even vote together last round. She had no idea that I was voting for Vince. So I don't know where this is coming from, that the two of us are in cahoots. I heard that she was saying my name last round, and that's why I didn't tell her that I was voting for Vince, because I did not trust her. Secondly, at the beginning of this game, on the Heroes Tribe, Vince came to me and said, I know that Cath blindsided you. I would be interested in blindsiding her. And I said, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not interested in holding a grudge. And I meant that.
That's rich. That's really rich. I've heard from multiple people that you want me out. So, and that's just not this round either. And I will give more proof that you and Rachel are in cahoots, because the last challenge, you were like, oh, how are you doing this challenge? And I was like, oh, it's good. I'm really struggling with purple and orange. I might have 10. You were like, oh yeah, me too. And then I asked about you and Rachel and like what you felt. And you were like, oh, I haven't talked to Rachel. Rachel 5 minutes later messages me and goes, I hear you're at 10, the same number as Meg, and also have issues with like purple and orange. And I'm like, this is really sloppy. This is sloppy gameplay. So I asked you and go, it's really weird. Rachel just messaged me. And then you go, oh my God, we're just chit-chatting. I'm like, okay, I'll chalk that up to chit-chat. An hour later, Rachel goes to me, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to start drama with you and Meg. So I just want to toss that out here to everybody, that everybody might be thinking, oh, Rachel and Meg, they're going to toss out random names. Rachel's going to be saved by maybe an idol, but either way, no matter what, if they're in the game, they're hustling. And I know that Meg is like, oh, Catherine's a threat. She played a really big game in Apocalypse. I was on the wrong side of the fucking boat. You are doing more. You are taking literal pages out of the game book I played by in Apocalypse right now. So just want to make sure everybody's aware of that, even though you're protected, but it just might be good to know for the next tribal council,
Rachel, your name has been thrown out quite a bit in this conversation. Did you want to add anything to this? Yeah.
Yeah, that immunity challenge thing was just me being stupid, right? Like, I was chatting with pretty much everyone, and Meg was the first person who threw out like, oh, this is how I'm doing. And so I was just chit-chatting, and honestly, I had the flu. I wasn't thinking clearly. I went to Cath and was just trying to chit chat, right? Like, and then realized I fucked up immediately. Cath, you don't have to believe me, but Meg and I are not aligned. We aren't. We don't trust each other.
I literally don't believe you. I think you both are like two stooges running around trying to get shit going. And it just is kind of an eyesore. So if you're going to go for me, get ready, because I will clap back. And this is what I'm fucking doing. So plus, if I get voted out, I might as well go out with the show.
I've talked to both Joseph and Lenna today. And both of them said, the reason I was hesitant is because I think you're really tight with Meg. So that perception is out there. And I didn't realize how strong that perception was until today. And so I have gone to, honestly, pretty much everyone and said, I'm ready to vote out Meg. I can't let Meg go down with me. Or like, I can't let Meg drag me down. Like, I can't do that. It's the perception is reality, right? Like, you hear that all the time on Survivor. Like, Meg and I aren't working together. We talk and we chat, but I talk to everyone, right? Like, you'd be stupid to not talk to everyone. So whether or not you believe me, like, that is on you. You can totally own whatever opinion you have. You'll find out later, right? You'll find out if you watch that Meg and I have been going for each other, that it's no secret. We're nice to each other. We pretend we're voting for whoever the other person says. Like, we're not going to beat around the bush. Like, the perception is coming from the fact that she and I seem to be really close to Kenter. And I think that's what it is. I think that people had the perception that it was me, Kenter, and Meg to the end, and that Kenter got voted out. I didn't vote for Kenter, even though I knew the numbers weren't there. And so I was still protecting this alliance between me and Meg and Kenter. That's how it was, right? Like that's what people saw and that's what people thought. I had long conversations with Lenna about voting out Kenter, and I intended to vote out Kenter until the whole Joseph Robbie situation happened, and then I was like, Robbie, like, this is ridiculous. I can't let you go around and spread all this chaos and lies. Turn out not to be a lie. And so I switched. I switched back to Robbie, and I stuck with that, even though I knew we didn't have the votes after Robbie stole Kenter's vote, right? So then I get to this tribe, right? I talked to Meg. We didn't have anything. We had Kenter, is what we had. We had Kenter, and without Kenter, we were going for each other, right? So...
Well, I will give you something, Rachel. At least you give names. I feel like all Meg does is message people and ask, how do you feel, without giving them anything. And the balls to say, thoughts after you won immunity when you've been tossing out my name? Like, come on. I mean, I already pay enough for my own therapist. I'm not going to tell you how I feel if you're not going to give me something. Like, this is just...
Justin, sorry. No, this is going to be a softball. Don't worry. How can you really blame somebody for hustling in this game? Is hustling the crime, or is getting caught the crime?
Yeah, softball there. I'm going to answer your question, but I'm also going to pivot slightly because you didn't come back to the newbies to check on any of this. So
Sure.
I'm going to say, like, it is the hustle, but I'm going to be very clear. Last round, there were 2 newbies sitting here that were not involved in the plan. So I'm a little heated about that. And so I think it's like not just the hustle, but like, are you sticking with the same people, or are you actually trying to make new acquaintances, new friends, and try new things? And so I was a little heated last time because I felt, and I don't know about Joseph, so I'll speak for Justin, but like systematically left out. And there have been people that have systematically left me out even this week. So that's where I'm stopping.
Can I just say something about that real quick? It definitely sucks to feel left out of something, but I just kind of want to go back to like, this has just been kind of a theme, Justin. And like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think you realize how much power you have in this game as a new person who knows none of us. I feel like that is one of the only ways I was able to have so much success in All-Star. I didn't win, but I made it to the end because I got to use these new connections I was making to figure out how to keep moving forward. Like, I know you use the analogy, like, I'm going to the cousin's picnic and like no one's talking to me, but like I don't want you to feel like everyone's just like doing things for themselves because like they know each other. But like, I don't know, you are in such a powerful position with not having like these deep-rooted connections in a way. So like,
clearly, look what happened with Cath and Meg. These connections.
Yeah.
And then I think Rachel came into this game having preconceived ideas about me just based on my previous games, and Richie and Meg turned on me last time. So although being new can be a disadvantage, it also worked to your favor, and being a returner can be a huge disadvantage because you walk in with a certain level of threat.
Some of the things that I've been pondering since the previous blind side is also looking at people who've played together in this game, because clearly you guys have eyed me and Vince and marked us and literally said, okay, adios, Vince. We don't even fucking know if I want to take him to the end with me. You literally didn't fucking know. Yet Richie and Meg are here, Lenna and Robbie, like so many different pairs are here. And I'm not saying like take aim at them, but I'm just saying that it's very interesting that like, I feel like preconceived notions ran that past vote. And a lot of people that I thought trusted me didn't because of a past game. So that is just something to consider. I also, Ethan, I'm not sure if you're going to ask this question, but I'm also curious about bitter juries, because at the top of Apocalypse, like I lost by 1 vote. And that I feel was when we started to see bitter juries. Look at Megan Richie's season. Look at, the last, the All-Star season. It's just, there's so many things that have come up since this last blind side of like what does it mean to have power in this game? And even if you make it to the end, you still might not win based on who's on the jury.
Joseph, I do have a question. Just circling back to new player, old player. Do you feel at a disadvantage as well being a new player here? What's your take on this? Are people talking to you?
I think if you asked me at the end of last vote, I was said it's a terrible disadvantage and I want to leave and go home. Um, but since then, I think people have come to realize that there is an advantage in working with people that are new here. And I think I've been able to build some good relationships, but I kind of question I'm just starting to build relationships at the start of a merge. Is that too late? People have had relationships from the beginning and they might last a really, really long time. And I don't know what some of those are. Um, so I think I've tried to turn water into wine, but I don't want to get too drunk.
Sure, sure. Richie, you've been quite quiet during this tribal council. Is that by strategy, or has nothing really come up that you have anything to say for?
No, I really hold no stake in any of this. But yeah, my name hasn't really come up, and when it has come up, it's in reference to past seasons, and that's history.
It's interesting to me that you will say allies and enemies as if it's that clear cut. From the discussion we were just having, it seems like it's sort of unclear who the enemy is until you get to the vote, and then it feels very betraying. Does it feel clear
I don't
who
think
the
so,
allies and
Ethan.
enemies?
I think it's kind of a result of the fact that the same tribe or like group of people were going to tribal pre-merge, whereas we had people that hadn't even seen a tribal and had to like cast their vote and prove their, alliance and their allyship until last tribal, really, and people that never voted together. So I think because of that, no one really had to show their hand, and now we have,
Yeah.
and the hand some people liked, some people didn't, and now the deck's still being shuffled. I think honestly, till we get to the voting booth, I think things are still up in the air.
Meg or Joseph, I think you both were the only people whose first tribal was at the merge. How much of a disadvantage or advantage was it that you never had to go to tribal?
I mean, clearly the way the votes vote, the
The
votes
votes fell.
fell. Yeah, you know what I mean. It was a clear disadvantage for me because the only person I voted with or what plan there was went home. So for me, it was entirely disadvantaged, but I'll let Meg speak for her experience.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I ended up voting, I guess, the right way, but like it is a huge disadvantage to not go to tribal for like 3 rounds in a row or whatever it was. Because something that I learned last season when the Malibu Barbies went to tribal 5 times in a row or something like that is that you build really strong relationships with the people that you are left with. Um, and like, those relationships are always changing within the game, but there is like a sense of security that you have with those people that you are left with after you have just voted someone out versus like going to tribal for the first time in the middle of the game. You have no idea where any votes are going to go or who you can trust really until after it happens.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, those are pretty much all the questions I have. What about advantage search slash advantages? Anybody want to speak to what's going on there?
Wish
I
I
found
could.
them all, you guys.
Yeah, wish I could, Ethan.
Yeah, it's still rigged in my opinion.
For sure, for sure.
There's definitely a concern as we, strategize for the vote. You take into account all of the. I mean, it's the new era of Survivor, right? There's endless like potential advantages out there. We've seen them already impact how the game's been played. So yeah, it's definitely something. Even though we're not hearing much about it, or me personally, that when you're strategizing, you take all of them into account. That's why you have to have a plan A, B, C, and like sometimes you're just hypothesizing about advantages that don't even exist. So it can drive you crazy.
For sure. Seems like this entire game can drive you crazy. We will see what happens unless anybody has anything else they would like to say at all about anything. If you have an advantage besides an idol that you would like to play, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah, I'll play something.
Mhm.
I hope everybody's shitting their pants. I'm gonna do a block a vote, and I'm gonna block Meg's vote.
Okay. All right, Meg, you will not vote in the coming vote. Anybody else? All right, excellent. We will move into the voting booth. I'll bring you all one by one. We will see who will become our second jury member in Zoom Survivor, Season 9, Heroes versus Villains. Good luck to you all. Can't vote for Meg or Robbie. Mego Robbie. That's pretty good. Thank you.
Oh my god, that was electric! Chaos Cath is back in the building, baby. They think that Rachel has an idol. I don't think she has one. Justin, I wish you could see this before the jury. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to go. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to Rachel.
Oh shit. God damn it, I didn't think this through. Okay, I am going, oh my god, I am going, oh my god, fuck.
I actually don't want Justin to go, so I'm going to vote for Richie, and I hope he shits his pants with a stray vote.
This puts like a pit in my stomach to do right now, but she's playing the best game right now, and the numbers might be there to get her out. Oh wait, no, because Meg doesn't have... What the fuck do I do? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh my god. Do I just vote for who I want to vote for? I guess.
Okay, so during all of this spiel, I heard that my name's going around. And I am going to vote.
I don't know what's going on, but I need to write down Rachel's name tonight.
Ooh, that was really rough. It's other people's perception of what's happening, and I can't change that. And that's something that I've always had a hard time knowing. If someone's gonna be bitter, like Cath, if someone's gonna fight like Cath, you don't vote them out. You take them to the end because they're not gonna get voted for. I'm still in it. I'm still gonna be in it. I'm voting Lenna.
All right, everybody. The votes are in, and I will read the votes, but before I do, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah, I'll play the one no one fucking knew about. Absolutely no one.
Girl, we all knew you had something.
Okay. All right, Rachel is playing an idol. All votes cast against Rachel will not count. I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. Here we go. First vote. Rachel does not count. Second vote. Rachel does not count. Third vote. Rachel does not count. Fourth vote. Lenna. Fifth vote. Richie. One vote Richie, one vote Lenna. Sixth vote. Lenna. The second member of our jury. Woo-hoo! The second member of our jury. Lenna. Lenna, I am so sorry. I'll move you to a private breakout room. All right, everybody. You are all dismissed. Congratulations on making it. Thank you, Vince. You all may leave now. I will be
Who
joining
wrote me?
Lenna.
Who wrote my name? I just want to know.
That was me.
I always had problems trusting Richie. I don't know why this time I was like, I can trust Richie. Rachel promised me she'd say if it was ever me. I made that same promise to her. And like, I really struggled about like talking to her tonight or not. But I guess it just goes to show that we both lied to each other. Richie, he's such a two-timer. Oh, this just like, it kind of sucks. Like, I know in my last confessional, I was like, oh, no one's taking me seriously. And now they took me serious enough to vote me out. I've never been on the jury. I'm excited about that. I'm just frustrated. It's just like we knew that Rachel vote was too easy. We were it was supposed to be Justin, but like it just things just got messy, and so it didn't work out, and it's frustrating because like in my head like we had a plan because we thought Rachel would be protected. So like it sucks to go out knowing that we had a plan for this. I had fun. I was surprised I made it this far. Oh, what a night.